Hi friends, it's been about 1 year since I poured my first tube of Nourish natural deodorant, and since then I've probably poured about 1,000 more, and I've certainly learned a lot about deodorant and armpits in general, and I thought I'd share a little of that with you, along with answering some of the questions that I often hear when I'm at events. And probably the most common is why natural deodorant? Why make the switch? And so, with antiperspirants, and I use antiperspirant for decades until I learned a little more about them. The way that they work is that the aluminum in the formula, they block the pores in your armpit, so they're really effective at moisture control. But those in the natural camp would say, I'm not sure if that's really a good thing. We want sweat to come out. Skin is the largest organ of the body, and it's wonderfully effective at detoxifying our body. And because we have such a concentration of lymph nodes in our breast tissue right there, we want the impurities to come out. And after hearing that, a lot of people are like, yep, that makes sense. But I've heard that you have to reapply deodorant several times a day, or natural deodorant doesn't work. And I would say that, you know what, there are certainly natural deodorants that I've used where I was nervous to lift my arms after the lunch hour, that I definitely felt that I smelled ripe. But there are many natural deodorants, and I would hope, and what I've heard is that Nourish is definitely one of them, and that's what I've experienced. That baking soda is an incredibly effective ingredient at eliminating the stink. And the way that it works is that baking soda naturally boosts the pH level under your armpits. And within sweat, it's not the salt water itself that smells, it's the bacteria in the sweat. And so that elevated pH, the bacteria don't survive. And so no stink. Some people do have some sensitivities to baking soda, and they have an immediate reaction, get red bumps when they put a baking soda type of formula under their pits. And for those people, they're not doing anything wrong, but that elevated pH mantle just doesn't work for them. But for many people, baking soda is wonderfully effective. Now, I have learned a few tips that if you have used a natural deodorant with baking soda for a while, and you were doing just fine, but once in a while you get some irritation, it could be because of applying deodorant too quickly after you shave. And so I had a really fascinating conversation about shaving with my naturopath, and she explained to me that shaving causes microcuts in the skin. And so if you're applying any type of ingredient or formula right after you shave, there could be cause for irritation. And so I went from being a daily shaver and down to I shave just about twice a week now. But on days that I shave, I wait about 30 to 60 minutes before applying deodorant. And in the 5 or 6 months since I've cut back on shaving, I haven't had any irritation since. And so, kind of the last question that people ask me is, why Nourish? Why should I buy Nourish? There are so many formulas out there. Love this. The reason why, and what I just said too, is that Nourish is made with love. It's made with all organic ingredients, all non-GMO, all gluten-free, soy-free. But some other neat things in it is that I included organic bentonite clay, which is why it's gray. And bentonite clay is a natural Indian healing clay that pulls out impurities and toxins from the body. When people do armpit detoxes, they often do it with bentonite clay. And so you don't necessarily need to do a detox before moving over to Nourish because the bentonite clay is right in it. And then Nourish just has a very clean, subtle scent that is from the tea tree oil, which makes it a wonderful choice for both men and women. And then there are also just some wonderful moisturizing properties, skin soothing properties within the coconut oil and the vitamin E in the deodorant, and also some great moisture control from the organic cornstarch. And so it is wonderfully effective. It's one of my most raved about products. I know that I've had tremendous success in using it. I can go through my hot yoga class with it. So just imagine 96 to 98 degrees and what feels like sometimes 99% humidity. And of course, I sweat, but I don't smell at all. And actually, I can apply it and I can go about 48 hours if I don't shower the next day with one application. So I hope this has answered some questions about natural deodorant, and I really hope that you give Nourish a try. Remember that I have a delight guarantee with all of my products. If you're not absolutely delighted, let me know, and I will give you your money back. So thank you so much for your support, and take care. Smell great. Bye-bye.